All right, so we are the Laniers. Our social media accounts are Stay in Your Lanier on just about all platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, even though we do not have a big following there and just got started. We have been full-time since 2022. Put everything on the market in October of 21. Sold it and started looking for our rig and our truck in December of 21. Melanie found everything.
Found both of them on Facebook Marketplace.
Yep, and jumped right on them, and we hit the road in January.
There were two floor plans that I really wanted. One that our friends have, and this was the second option. It was the first one that we walked in, and we've been really happy with it.
Yep.
This is where we live.
So we got our reason for starting was we wanted to change things up a little bit. We wanted to do something different, and I was doing travel for work in 2019 and was going all over the country, primarily on the coasts, and was sending photos back to the family. And Melanie kept saying, "I want to go there. I want to go do that. I want to see those places." And so we started talking about it, and I kept telling her, let's full time. But she wouldn't because...
Well, we lived within a quarter mile of both my maternal and paternal grandparents that I was very close to. So it was not an easy decision to come to, but I don't think we have any regrets. We've had so much fun, and it's been the best decision that we've ever made.
Yep. And as you can see in the map behind us, we've primarily done all the eastern states here, and we head out in about 4 days to head west.
Yep.
So we will be trekking straight across the bottom there, and then on up. Montana by June is the goal for a total archery challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Me and my oldest shoot archery just for fun and for hunting, and the youngest is kind of getting into it a little bit. But yeah, it's just something we want to go do out there at Big Sky, Montana. So that's where we're heading this year, and then from there we'll see. Who knows? May spend the winter out there next year or this year, and then see what happens after that. So, but yeah, I kept like Melanie said, we were within a quarter mile, half a mile from both of her grandparents, and I just kept bugging her. Kept bugging her, kept asking, let's full time, and then she finally came to me one morning and said, let's do it, and I said, oh crap.
Took a lot of praying and a lot of tears.
Yes. We quickly called some our friends, like we mentioned, that have the other rig we were interested in. Melanie called them, and Kirsten immediately said, do it. So we, because they had just set out 4 months before us.
Yeah.
So they were all over us about doing it, and we've now been able to stay in contact and camp a little bit together, and so that's been a lot of fun. And we're actually heading west together, but I think we'll be kind of hit or miss with them along the way on the way out there. So, but lots of fun, and yeah, like Melanie said, no regrets.
Nope.
It's been a lot of fun. But yeah, this is our rig. It's a 45-foot Fuzion toy hauler. It is the
415 Impact edition.
Yep, Impact 415. And yeah, it's been a good rig. We've made a few changes, but nothing major. But we can start off taking a look out here. Yep. All right, so we haven't done a whole lot to our rig so far. I mean, not really on the outside. We've added on the screen here that we put on quite a bit, especially when we're in dirt or grass areas. And it's great to give you a little bit extra privacy underneath here whenever we're hanging out outside. We did add the TV because it didn't come with one here, and we made it so that the TV can move from here to the back porch. So we've got two wall brackets that we can just swap it real quick, and it makes it nice to be able to use it either spot that we want to. This is, being a toy hauler, most toy haulers have very little pass-through. So this is our only pass-through, and it's decent size on this side, but it is very small on the other side. It's just big enough for us to be able to get the smoker and the fire pit in there once we rearrange everything that you see in there right now. But yeah, it's worked out for us so far. It would be great to have more storage, but I think everybody in every rig would pretty much say that anywhere. So, but yeah, other than that, one thing we were able to eliminate here was all of our black tank stuff. We don't have to store in there anymore. So our rig has 2 doors on it like most do, and we don't use the back door at all. So what we did is we actually removed our back stairs here and added in, I think this is made by Lippert, is who makes this, and so it allows us to store all of our black tank stuff. These are just all our spare ones that aren't being used right now, but everything fits in here nicely so that we don't have to put that in with the rest of our stuff. It stays away from everything else. And then the last thing that we've really done outside, and we can take another look at this later, is added on this tent back here. We saw one on a friend's camper and thought, man, we could do that ourselves, and we found one that fit just perfect, and the wife has modified it, and we're still working on it to make it to where it has magnets built in to clamp all the way around the door. So yeah, that's everything that we've really done outside. Not a whole lot. Our rig was pretty much brand new when we bought it, so we didn't need to make or have to make a whole lot of modifications or adjustments or anything. So, so yeah, let's take a look inside.
All right. Okay, we're inside our house now, and this is a small living room. Like I said, this was the second layout that I had narrowed down to whenever we decided we were going to go full time. And it was the second because it doesn't have a front slide. So everything's a little bit more narrow in here. It takes away a little bit of space, but as everyone who lives in a camper knows, everything's give and take when it comes to your space. So there's only 2 slides in this camper at the back of the camper. This is the one big one, and the other one is in the bedroom. It's just a closet slide. We haven't made many modifications to our camper. There's a few other things that we want to do just aesthetically, like curtains and things like that. This is one little thing that we did, because when we got this camper, this is what you got to look at, and I wasn't happy with that. Especially we have this flashing light here all the time, so we just got some Walmart picture frames and just fixed them so that they would close and we could easily get to them. And Alan's idea was to put them in here so they flap from the top down. But anyway, yeah, we just got those. That one's magnetic because the Velcro came off, but this Velcro is still holding up pretty good.
It's a great idea.
Yeah. We do not have a kitchen table in here, and we're okay with that. We're fine with it. The 2 center pieces of the couch fold down and give us like a tabletop, cup holders, and charging station and all that jazz. So we don't really miss the table in here. We have picnic tables at almost every campground we go to, so we'll sit outside and have dinner together out there. Sometimes we sit out on our back porch, or don't really ever eat dinner in the same spot. But whenever we are in the living room, our girls sit on these right here, and these just kind of swivel out there, and there's 2 of them, so both girls just sit there and eat, and they like it. They like these spaces. Otherwise, they have their trays here that they'll pull out, and sometimes they'll sit on the floor and eat with their little dinner trays. This is where we keep like snacks and things down there. This is the pantry. There's plenty of pantry space. We have more in here right now than we normally do, but I haven't missed any pantry space. I feel like we have plenty of space for that, and you learn to buy what you need when you live in small spaces. The reason I chose this camper is because of the kitchen. This is my space. I like to cook. It's something that I enjoy doing, and this counter gives me so much space to spread out, and I'm able to prepare almost anything that I want to in this kitchen. This gas stove and oven is it's been really awesome. I've learned to cook on gas whenever we got in the camper. It's not something I was ever comfortable with before, but I had to get comfortable with it, and it's nice because we don't have to have electricity to make dinner. But I think that we will eventually. I gotta convince my husband to replace this with a residential oven.
Yeah.
Because it's small in here, and I want to make bread, and I can't really do that because I don't have any rising room. So I like it though. It's a good little oven and stove top. I have 3 burners up here. I do have to shift things around sometime on the stove to cook, so that's a challenge whenever I'm cooking in my big cast iron skillets here. Down at the bottom, everybody thinks this is a warmer, but it's not. It's not a warmer, it's just more storage. And that makes me happy too, because this kitchen has plenty of storage for me. This is, you know, breads up here, spices in here, coffee stuff up there. This little lazy Susan lets me see everything I want to see in there. And it's just, we don't really lack for any cabinet space in here. We don't have a dishwasher. We have friends that do have a dishwasher. I have a 10-year-old dishwasher that gets 11-year-old dishwasher that gets better every year.
Yeah.
Every year that dishwasher gets better. And her name's Ella Way, and her sister, she's learning to wash dishes too. So that dishwasher just gets better with time.
Maybe they can teach our kids.
Yeah. One thing I thought I could not live without was a residential refrigerator, and we learned since we got in here that I don't really miss that space either. I always kind of wanted to live tiny, so this was not a big adjustment for me. And we always have some empty space in here. This is probably, again, more full than it usually is too. It is a little freezer up here though, but we've also learned how to make that work. We did find space down here. It took me 2 years to get Alan to cut this out. He doesn't like to commit to modifying things much, but anyhow, this gave me a whole lot of space to store things down here. And I think if we're overweight in our camper, it's because of all my cast iron. I have a lot of cast iron. But yeah, I've got my cast iron pot down here. I put all this in this crate that my friend gave me. I can just pull it out and see what's in there. It's mostly just tallow and garlic and honey syrup. Nice. Taking up all that space down there. So yeah, that's nice. I just made some little curtains and put there. So it was exciting to get that space. Bring my KitchenAid mixer with me. That's also part of our weight in our camper. But yeah, this is the kitchen. I really wouldn't change much about this. It'd be cool to have a little bit more space in the living room, but I mean, we don't spend a whole lot of time in here, to be completely honest.
Yeah, there's always a give and take in an RV. So.
Yeah, it is. The steps. This is one modification that we made. One of my favorite upgrades that Alan did was the top of our steps all had this tread with these screws sticking up. So you can imagine whenever you're walking down the steps, especially when it's dark, stepping right on these screw heads, it did not feel good. It wasn't fun to step on those. So these were actually out of a different camper. I want to say it was probably like a Riverstone, or I don't know. It was not a Fuzion Keystone camper, but he just cut them down to fit in here, and we just put them right on top of the steps that were there. I think he might have taken these treads off.
Yeah, it looks like they were always there.
Yeah, they're awesome, and it's a whole lot more comfortable to walk on. So coming up here is a small master bathroom, and it's not big, but this is just more space that we don't really miss. The shower is plenty big enough for us, so that's not so bad. We upgraded the shower head and the faucets to the sink and just things like that that were not really important, but things that we wanted. This is our little linen and extra supply closet. Dirty clothes basket down there.
It's a lot of storage for a bathroom.
I think so. I don't really need any more storage than that. I mean, there's also storage in there and in here, and they really do a really good job about making sure you have plenty of storage space in your campers. This was the master bedroom. It's a really small master. From the front of the camper to the wall, there was a camper queen, is what my husband told me it was called, in here, and we took it out. It was one of those beds that lift up and have the storage underneath it and everything. I thought I was really going to be upset about not having that storage space, but we really didn't miss it. We took it out to give this space to our girls. He built this platform here, and we just put a nugget couch on top of it, so that's their couch and sometimes their bed when they decide they want to sleep in here, but this really isn't where they sleep because they choose to sleep in their loft. But got everything they need in here, mostly toys and books, and they have a television
This is
here
a nice
that
space.
they never really turn on. They got their own little TV in here if we want to send them in here, and closet space. We've got plenty of space, and we have too many jackets. We have way too many coats. Shouldn't have too many coats.
Yeah, you're not
you.
supposed to have that many coats.
I know, when you live in a camper, you shouldn't have so many coats, but we do. Yeah, I've taught them to fold their clothes up short so we have more space at the bottom.
Nice.
Yeah. Everyone always asks about where to store shoes. And all their shoes go in the drawer. And I tell them whenever the drawer is full, we get rid of shoes. So, yep.
So, other storage that we have in here in the living room, gaming cabinet. It was not always this.
No, we might have it.
This
He promised me he's going to build a shelf up there so I can use that top space.
Yeah, so that's gotta happen.
So now that's documented.
Great, great. Otherwise, we have just some other storage here. The sin of having glass in an RV.
That's my favorite cabinet right there.
Yeah. So lots of bourbon. Kentucky hit us pretty hard when we went through Kentucky. So lots of money spent in Kentucky. You're welcome. So we can make our way into. Oh well, forgot our loft up here. So this is the main area that the girls like to sleep in. And our oldest likes to go up there to read books or to just kind of get away from her little sister sometimes. But they do both enjoy sleeping up there for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm claustrophobic, so I'm not going up there. So, yeah, they like it. So and they choose to sleep together no matter what, almost all the time. So we can make our way into our room now. So as Melanie mentioned, the master we converted for the girls. So we took the garage because this is the bigger space. This is a 15-foot garage. Most are standard around 12 and a half, I think. And this one was special ordered by the guy who owned it before us to be 15 foot because he wanted the bigger space for a bigger side-by-side. But we like it because it gives us enough room for my office desk to be here. Which is just a quick setup, tear down, for me to have both work and personal stuff going on at the same time. And we still have plenty of other living space in here. We added in the wardrobe here, as well as both of the chest of drawers, dresser drawers, whatever they're called. All gotten off of, ordered off of Amazon. So really lightweight, easy to set up, and have plenty of space for our clothes and all of these.
This is something I did not think was going to last.
Yeah.
So we ordered this on
Yes.
Amazon, and I built it.
Yep.
And it sits in front of the second exterior door that we don't really use. This is a closet and wardrobe that Alan and I both share. And this thing has really
made
held
it.
up.
It has.
We'll have to share the link with you to this.
because it's done very well. We put a strap. We do a strap across the top of it, and then we also installed the TV straps. We installed one of those here on the side that runs through it to help keep it closed. So yeah, we needed a couple extra TV straps around, so we just ordered that one and threw it in there so that it helps keep it closed. So, and then we do one over top just to be safe. And yeah, we've added on her ear holders here that she ordered to hold all of her custom-made ears.
Yes, my friend Shauna
makes. So
yes, a dream and a seam makes the best custom ears. She'll make
There's a
anything you
plug.
want.
Yeah.
Anything you want, she can make it.
That's right. So, yep. Then behind us over here is the little half bath, and so that's great just to have that extra bathroom, especially when you do have more than 2 people living in a space like this. So.
This is the television on this wall that we never watch.
Yep, it doesn't ever get watched just because it's awkward. If Melanie does watch it, it's while we have the bed up, and she's sitting on her little futon couch.
Amazon.
Yep.
Amazon for
Amazon
futon.
also.
Yeah.
So, we did on the Happy Jack system. We did replace remove the
chair,
chairs and
the
table
seating.
that come in here. stock. We knew we were never going to use them, so we removed those, took the camper mattress that was on the Happy Jack system off, and put in a standard queen size mattress.
Those are awful.
Far more comfortable. Yes, so that was a must. This is probably where we spend most of our time is in here or out here on the back patio, which we added this screen to very recently.
This isn't something that is made to fit on the back patios. It just happened that it did. And I'm not finished, but I'm gonna modify it to attach to the side with these really strong magnets, which you have to be very careful with.
This is great.
But I've got to add on the fabric that I cut off. I had to cut the whole front out of it. I kept so that I could take it and then sew it here, so that it's long enough for me to
put the
magnetize to here.
And so we've got that spare TV mount here. That we can bring that TV that's on the front side there. We can bring it in out here, clamp it right in, and then we can sit out here and
you did run
TV.
Power out here.
Yeah, I had to run a power cable out here, pop it through the top there and all, so that it could come in.
Yeah.
So
the same way he ran the TV that we'll show you. That's over our bed.
Yep. So we can walk back in and take a look at that. All right. So one of our favorite modifications that we did do was we added a TV above our master bed, and we have it on a remote control so that it's motorized and comes down on its own. We actually got this idea from our friends, the Occasionally Happy Campers, and they sent us all the links and everything that they used to buy it. We ran our power up and across, and then we jumped off of that power on to go to the outside patio so that we had the power out there for the TV and lights and stuff.
So you can just push the button and that goes all by itself.
Yes,
that's what we need.
That's
for
what
other
it should be
things.
for other things. Yes,
Because my least favorite chore in the camper is putting the bed up
Bed
and down.
up and down.
Yeah.
But I will say that button not being automatic has saved us once or twice.
Yes, it has.
Yeah,
because
I had something under the bed that
Yep.
that
more
was
times than once actually, and the bed will start going down all
all crooked. It's like,
crooked.
oh no. So yeah.
But yeah, this is I think our favorite upgrade.
Yeah, that's
Definitely
nice.
definitely is.
Yeah.
Our last bit of storage that we do have in here is our storage up here, just where we have a few books and things, some sheets, bows, and then network equipment and storage. So yeah.
Ange would love that.
Yeah, and it's serving two purposes. It hides the wires that are running over there and down the wall a little bit, and it also looks nice. So yeah. Yep.
When Alan doesn't mess it up like he just
sorry.
and he did just put that track up there so that I could sew some curtains and cover up all this stuff that I don't like to see all the time. Yeah, I like all of my things put away nicely.
This space, like I said, it feels really homey in here.
Yeah, it's a
feels
good
nice.
sized bedroom. I
Yes.
think this is our favorite room.
Yeah, we definitely
in
hang
the
out here the
camper.
most.
Yeah, spend a lot of time in here.
Definitely hang out here the most. So.
Plenty of space.
Yeah.
Don't have a closet in here, so we added that.
Well, you do now.
Yeah.
I'll share one more thing, one more secret with you. You know, you find storage everywhere in the camper, and so I noticed under here there's so much space, so we just use these vacuum bags to store off-season clothes, and they just
That's a good use of space.
and they go right under there. So I've got Christmas stuff under that one and Halloween, and this couch holds a lot of secrets. But yeah, we're happy with our camper, and we look at different ones and compare different things all the time, and there's always things that you want in your camper when it's your home, but when you get one thing, you lose another thing.
Yep.
There's always a compromise.
That's
Yeah.
it. Give and
Give
take.
and, give and take.
Give and take.
Yeah.
For sure. So, but yeah. Well.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much. We'll
Yeah.
put links to your socials in the description, and we really enjoyed the walkthrough. We can't thank you enough.
Thank
Awesome.
you for
Thank
coming.
you for coming. We appreciate it. We'll see y'all on the road.